You ever wonder how a machine gets good at a game or how a robot learns to walk? Well, a lot of the time, the secret sauce is something called reinforcement learning, and that's exactly what we're diving into.
All right, so what is this thing really? Let's get right to the core of it. Okay, at its heart, it's all about learning through actions and getting feedback. You can basically think of it as learning by doing. It's kind of like trial and error, but for a machine.
Now, before we jump into the how, it really helps to know where this all fits in the grand scheme of things. So let's take a quick look at the AI family tree.
So, picture this. You've got this huge field, right? That's artificial intelligence. Inside that, you've got machine learning. And reinforcement learning, that's a super powerful, specific branch of machine learning. It's like a specialized wrench in a giant toolbox.
Okay, so we know where it lives. Now for the really cool part, how does it actually learn? Well, the magic is all in something called the learning loop.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because it's so different from other ways of machine learning. See, we're not just spoon-feeding it a huge data set with all the right answers. Instead, we have what's called an agent, that's our AI, and it actively goes out and explores its environment. It has to figure things out for itself. And this whole interaction, it follows this simple but really powerful four-step loop. First, the agent tries something. It takes an action. Second, it looks around and sees what happened. Third, it gets some feedback, a reward if it did something good, a penalty if it messed up. And fourth, it takes that feedback and learns from it, so it can make a better choice next time around.
And this isn't just a one-time thing, right? This loop goes on and on and on, and with every single cycle, the agent gets just a little bit smarter. It's slowly, gradually learning which moves, which actions are going to lead to the best results.
So that kind of begs the question, when do you actually use this? Well, reinforcement learning is the star of the show for really complex problems. Where the final result depends on a whole sequence of decisions. It's not for simple one-shot predictions. Think about a game of chess, for example. You don't win with just one good move, right? It's the entire strategy, the whole chain of moves that leads to checkmate.
I know that can sound a little abstract, so let's make it super concrete. We'll use a classic example, teaching an AI how to win a game. So, here's the puzzle. How in the world do you teach a system to play a game if you don't hard code every single possible move and strategy for every situation? I mean, that would be impossible. This is where the reinforcement learning approach is just kind of brilliant in its simplicity. Every time the agent makes a good move, one that gets it closer to winning, boom, it gets a reward. And every time it makes a bad move, it gets a penalty. It's that simple feedback loop we just talked about, right in action. And after doing this thousands, sometimes millions of times, just playing the game over and over again, the agent slowly but surely starts to piece together a winning strategy. And the amazing part is, it does it all by itself. And really, that's the heart of reinforcement learning. It's not about giving an AI all the answers. It's about teaching it how to learn for itself through trial, error, and feedback. Next time, we're going to switch gears completely and look at tokenization, basically how AI learns to read our language. So that leaves me with a question for you. What other amazing things could we teach machines just by letting them learn on their own? Pretty cool to think about. Stay curious.